I'm Matt DeYoung, and today I want to talk to you about some statistics, some interesting information that I found for you guys. In my last video, I talked about how to make a business, or why you would want to make a business out of your oddball or sort of weird experiences, and I talked about Seth Godin. Check out his book. It's called We Are All Weird, The Rise of Tribes and the End of Normal. It basically talks about people want more choice, and they're going to go to what they like and what interests them, and they're just going to get away from being like spoon-fed what the average wants. Instead, they're going to go to exactly what they need. But check this out, because it's never been a better time to own a business online that teaches someone something like a course, an online course, because it basically backs up what Seth Godin's been saying about the weird is the new normal. People are going to gravitate to what they're interested in. They're going to abandon just being spoon-fed information, and that's it. So in 2014, check this out. In 2014, Forbes projected that online learning as an industry will be $107 billion. Now, you might hear that and you're like, yeah, I've heard those college advertisements on TV, or I've seen those about University of Phoenix or some other, off name about getting your online degree. That's not what I'm talking about. That might be part of this, maybe, but I'm talking about some other things. Like, here's some big companies. I have to look at my notes so I can get this right. Here's some big companies capitalizing on the online learning market, basically taking oddball interests and turning them into a business, okay? Here's one, lynda.com. Not a new one by any means, but still capitalizing on it. $100 million in revenue, 2 million subscribers, and basically they focus on web development, photography, software, all that kind of learning. They're just learning by video, and they've been around a while, but $100 million. Anthony Green is an SAT tutor. You can look him up. He's got YouTube videos. Who does his SAT tutoring online. Talk about oddball. He's going to do SAT prep for kids and young people. $1,000 an hour. Anthony Green, SAT tutor. So udemy.com, it's really not that old, but they have 25, from the stats I can find, they have 25 million visitors a month. And according to the estimate I saw in their email, over 10,000 courses. So here's a site getting 25 million visitors a month. They have over 10,000 courses. And if you go on udemy.com, you'll see courses in almost anything. So lynda.com, Anthony Green, Udemy. Here's another one, ClickBank. Now again, these guys have been around a while, but they're kind of a proxy or an indicator or a way to see that these little cottage industries, these little weird oddball businesses are popping up and they're doing really well. So as far as I can tell, now it's kind of a big range, but it doesn't really matter, because either one, the low or the high of this range, is big. As far as I can tell, clickbank.com and all of its merchants that are on that platform do about $2 to $4 billion. $2 to $4 billion. Now remember, this is audiobooks, DVDs, CDs, membership sites, all this. They have everything from guitar to gardening. I mean, truly, you can find everything. Not everything in there I would endorse, but there's a lot of good courses in there too. And there's a lot of people I'm seeing in the mainstream as marketing experts, having even live events now, and a lot of even mainstream media. And I noticed they started in ClickBank, so that's pretty interesting. So I think that it's really a great opportunity to take something that you're interested in, and take something you're interested in that might be oddball to you, might be weird to you, might seem like, who would really want that? But the fact is, I can show you statistic after statistic about, basically about how this is a real industry, online learning and courses. So what are some other examples? I was just looking at my notes if I could give you some more examples of best-selling. I was looking at the data, the research that ClickBank had released, and here's some of the best sellers on their platform. Number one, best-selling online learning and course in the ClickBank platform was scrapbooking. That was one of their top categories, number one. So number two was lacrosse development program. Number three was mixed martial arts program. Number four was teaching children to read, an online learning course for that. Number five was gluten-free desserts, not gluten-free everything, not gluten-free diet, not all the big shebang, the whole thing all in about gluten-free. I'm talking just desserts. But here's the thing, when I tell you how to have a lacrosse development program, or how to do gluten-free desserts. You notice how specific it is? So that's all I want to say to you guys today is, look, don't overlook something that's super specific, weird, oddball. It's never been a better time. $107 billion industry with online learning. And that doesn't mean, that all has to come your way. Even if it was a little bit, like a lot of these courses are charging $30, $9, $35, $29. I'm just looking at some of my research here. So, if you have any kind of interest that sounds familiar to this, like scrapbooking, I'm sure that sounds like, how could I make an online course out of that? Knitting, it's another one. Lacrosse, mixed martial arts, teaching children to read, gluten-free desserts. These are oddball, but they work as a business, okay? When people want to know how to solve a problem, there's only two things people want to buy: experience and results. Experience and results. And if they can buy both, they can go from point A to point B on a very specific topic, then that's really going to change your life. So they're going to pay for that. And they're also interested, and they want to be around like-minded people. A lot of oddball interests are lonely because they don't have a lot of people in their local market around this. So they want to meet up, whether online or physically or both. So don't overlook that today. Down below, I've included my What Suits You Best worksheet. I think it's a really valuable worksheet to kind of figure out what your oddball interests are and things that you could turn into an online business. So I hope this video helped you today. Give me some feedback in the comments below on have you ever thought about starting an online business? There's no product that I'm selling or anything right here today. I'm just asking for your feedback, giving away the free sheet below. And I do hope that this information is helping you. So think about that. Okay, see you in the next video, guys.